Hey everyone, how are you today? And we are here again with some good social media tips. Of course, I'm Lorraine Duncan from Biz Gone Social. And so today I want to ask you again, I think sometimes we learn from our mistakes. So I think it's important to ask the question, are you making these mistakes with your social media marketing for your business? And one of the biggest mistakes I see over and over again when I work with different clients, or potential clients, I should say, is they didn't have a social media strategy. They literally had no strategy at all. And when you see some of the bigger companies out there, now I know that not everybody's a big company, but it almost seems like everything they do is just so effortless. Everything it's smooth, it's without a hitch. They always have something coming next. And so, what I kind of wanted to do is just give you here at this point, at this juncture that I'm talking about, this no strategy, is that you have to have a strategy. If you've heard me over the past year with my video tips or my social media or my Facebook lives or my vlogs or any content that I've produced, I say all the time that you have to have a strategy. And so, one of the things that I suggest you do is, and I've suggested this before, is make sure you have a content calendar. Make sure you have maybe if you can't do it yourself, hire someone or use a software a scheduling software such as Hootsuite or Buffer. Those are a few, or Social Pilot. So check them out. And the other thing is this inconsistent tone. Now, so the last week or two on my podcast, I've been talking about branding and what your social media's, brand. And we've been talking about what is your social media, is your brand being put out there on social media and the different channels. And so one of the other mistake that I see is like an inconsistent tone. Okay. And so here's the question is what is your brand's tone? Are you an upscale or are you professional? Are you upscale and professional? Or are your products, are they quirky or an outside the box? Who's your target demographic? And what kind of voice do they respond to? You have to know that. So, I've been talking a lot about branding, and I'm going to continue to talk about branding for the next couple weeks. And so I want you to just be aware of what your tone is. Don't make a mistake of being, very upscale and professional one day and then casual the next day. Biz Gone Social is a very casual business. We like to have fun. We're not uptight. I'm not upscale at all, but I do good work. So that's what I want you to think about when you're thinking about your brand's tone. Another thing I see all the time, and even myself, I have to be careful of this sloppiness. You know, it's kind of like this is the most dreaded thing that I've always been worried about as managing other people's social media. What happens if I make a post that's one client's post and I put it on another client's page? So you need to have checks and balances in place. You need to have making sure you're always looking on the top in the browser bar, making sure you have the right, so for instance, personally, if you have a personal Facebook page, you want to make sure you're not posting something personal that's meant for your personal Facebook page and putting it on your business page. So just be careful. It's something you never want to do. Make sure if you're making a business post, make sure that you are posting what your business voice is going to be on your business page. Okay, you don't want to like say, hey, like maybe on your personal page you wanted to say, hey, I went and got wasted tonight. You kind of don't want to put that on your business page. So the next thing, just here's some things that I just want to give you some, so what about these mistakes? How do you how do you avoid these mistakes? I think it's really important to, try to focus on creating a consistent branding message. Don't try to get too trending. If there's some trends going on now, you want to stay away from them and you want to just focus on that consistent voice. If you are, upscale and professional, you want to maintain that. You don't want to drop down into casual if that's who you're speaking to. So the other thing is you want to have better tools. I named a few today. Try Hootsuite, try Buffer, or try Social Pilot. Try one of those scheduling tools. Facebook has a scheduling tool right within it. Try that. And you want to have better habits. Make sure that you are checking everything. Even spelling. Sometimes you can make a big mistake in spelling. We always do that. I make mistakes all the time. Spell correct sometimes doesn't, we'll take a correct spelling of a word and uncorrect it. So you really want to be careful, and have better habits. I think the best way to have better habits on social media when you're posting is to make sure you're planning. So I hope this helps today. There's just so much that I can say on these mistakes we make and stuff. And I just want to make sure that you're aware that it's very easy to make a mistake on social media. We're not perfect, but some of the mistakes could be prevented just with a little planning. So I just want to say have a really great evening, and I will see you tomorrow for Finish Strong Friday. Bye.